All rise. This courtroom is now in session. Law has been used for many years in many different societies. It was created to obtain order in the radical civilizations of the past, from the early beginnings from ancient Greece to the Earth's gravitational laws, as well as the present modern society. Law gives order and structure to an otherwise disarrayed world. Now, where did law come from? The true founder of law could not be found. Some think the origins of law come from China and the great Emperor Fuxi. Since China is one of the oldest legal systems in the world, they might not be far off. Emperor Fuxi is somewhat mythical. Some people believed he existed, and others do not. But if he did, his reign would have been between the years 2853 BC and 2738 BC. The more common founder of law was a man named Solon. Based off of my research, he was known as a poet, philosopher, soldier, and merchant who came to power to put an end to the cycles of retaliatory violence. Solon stopped a policy now known as the Draconian Law in Athens. This code was where people would die for all of their crimes no matter the circumstances. Solon stopped these laws so that people who stole something wouldn't be getting the same punishment as the people who murdered someone. Solon made sure that criminals would get a punishment fit for their crime. Solon is also known as the creator of democracy. We still use some of his techniques in the American judicial system today. The next question you're probably going to ask is, how did the judicial system start? Well, it started with judges. My research has gathered that the very first judges back in the 12th century were court officials who had particular experience in advising the king. These men were known as the Justice in Ear. They were members of King Henry II's court. They helped the king with disputes. This was just the beginning of the judicial system. The Justice in Ear helped shape current American law. As you know, in ancient Greece, reckless violence had reached a very high point, and it needed to be stopped. The only way to do this would be to create laws. That's where Solon came in. As I spoke of earlier, Solon was the man who stopped chaos from erupting in Athens. My research concluded that Solon laid the foundation for a democratic system of justice. He created the first real law system. People were not sent to death for small crimes like they had been in the past. Solon made laws that settled quarrels and disputes. He made Athens a peaceful place. Under his rule, Athens saw much brighter days than they were used to. Through Solon, we see how early humans used laws to create structure in ancient Greece. Today, laws are used all around the world, yet not all law systems are fair. In America, we have a right to trial by jury. This means you have a right to be judged by your peers. Yet in places like Pakistan, they do not get this privilege. Their lives and futures rest on one person, the judge, and many people in Pakistan think their legal system is unfair. Some Americans agree. In the past, America has had some controversial cases that have made us wonder if the country we live in is accepting people of all different cultures, beliefs, or who they identify themselves as. Some controversial cases include Brown v. Board of Education, the Scopes Monkey trial, and the Scottsboro Boys trial. This causes people to believe that the criminal justice system discriminates against minorities. Whether you think our law system is fair or not, you must know that law is a part of everyday life. Whether it's on TV or in your household, law affects everyone. Even the earth itself has laws. Ever heard of the law of gravity? Well, the law states that all objects attract each other with the force of gravitational attraction. These laws have been around way before human life. This only goes to show that even the earth itself needs laws to keep itself afloat. In conclusion, I hope you realize that law affects every aspect of human life. and even pre-human life. It will always be here to keep organizing our world that would otherwise be chaos without it.